And welcome to Generation X Youth Sports Network. Of course, Jonah Willard here as Corey will be making his way up, man, but we're getting ready for a lot of action this entire weekend. When I tell you action, it will be action from the sunrise to the sunset. We'll start it off today with SED Wolverines, RDU. RDU from Georgia, SED, of course, from Texas. Hey, Florida versus Texas. Gotta love these matchups at the Baby Ballers right now. So 7 and under. These boys are ready to go ahead and represent for their states. And of course, we'll end the night with an epic matchup at the 11 and under. You're talking about Rare Breeds taking on RCU. I'm telling you, man, this is like nationals before nationals all the way in August. So keep it locked in. Share with everybody. Let everyone know this is the place to lock in for action from beginning to end. We'll have 8 epic matchups here. So look on the schedule. We'll be sharing that with you. But, man, you won't want to miss it. So share with your grandmama, your granddaddy, your uncles, your aunts. It's going to be balling out all day. So listen, RDU's in the red. We'll be fighting the sun for a couple hours. The sun is hitting us right in our face. So I know the uniforms look a little dark, but it'll help us out probably around the second game when that sun kind of gets on top of us. So everything will kind of change up. So bear with us for the first couple hours. So this is 8 o'clock Central Time. So wherever you're at in the country, of course, if you're over there on the East Coast, 9 o'clock. West Coast, I know those boys still getting up, but you'll be able to lock in all day right here on Generation X. So go ahead and share the live, and let's turn up. And welcome to Generation X Youth Sports Network, of course, in the house, breakdown star Corey. To my right-hand side, Corey.
Hey, how y'all doing this morning? Coming off real fast with this YNC Houston kickoff right here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Last week was incredible over in Alabama as we found some champions over there. But not just about championships. Preseason is about seeing who's going to have a little something for the season. You know what I'm saying? So when you walk away there, I walk away with looking at Twin City at the 9 and under division, looking like they're going to go ahead.
They look so dominant.
Yeah, and defend that 9U all the way through that 9U division. And listen, Rare Breeds 11U. They're here this weekend, the rock stars of youth football. They want to go ahead and say RCU. Now listen, out in Texas, you had a good look at RCU. Do you feel RCU can compete with the Rare Breeds? You've seen Rare Breeds at YNC. You've seen them nationally, Corey. Give us the Texas opinion of the RCU Rare Breeds matchup.
So I think, personally, I think they can give them a run for their money. The reason why I say that is the additions that they made. Also, RCU last year was the AYF national champion, and then they added players to help that stable and that core just get better, you know. From there, it preseason work, but at the same time, it get a little ticker tape of how far do you need to push to get to be that number one overall, that YNC champion.
Absolutely. Hand off to the right-hand side, SED with 2 carries. Not a lot of room there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 8 for the Wolverines. One thing you'll notice about this RDU defense, very disciplined, and they have a lot of athletes that fly to the ball. Not a high-scoring team, but they are defensively heavy. What do I mean by that? Coach prides him. He tells you, if you don't score, you can't win. So you'll look at this RDU team, want to make sure they get some stops. Yeah, there's a block there. Hit in the backfield.
Hit in the backfield, but he made a miss. He made another one miss.
But that gives you an example right there what that RDU team is. Yeah, a couple players missed, but they swarmed to the ball, 11 men to the ball.
And on an average team, that last missed tackle is one that break you, and you see those big runs from, and that only brought up a minimum gain, maybe 1-2 yards.
Yeah, so that'll bring up 4th and long. It's punt time here, so they'll walk it off in preseason. There won't be any special teams per se as in punting in the preseason. So they'll walk it off 30 yards, and now you'll get to look at this RDU offense.
Oh, look at that.
Straight fire. Of course, you know, RDU is the defending YNC national champ.
Yep.
So you get a lot of things kind of worked out early in the season right here. This weekend, we'll get a good look at how we'll be pressing the top 5 teams in a lot of different age groups after this weekend. Not next weekend, but the weekend after that, we're in California. So getting some good looks at football this preseason.
Allow them to get back there. Oh my goodness! Do you see how that line? Everybody went down at the same time.
And
but we got a flag on it. Okay, false start. Oh, I didn't see no false start at all. But the refs are out there. They gonna earn their checks.
Right. Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I love how people get mad at the refs, and the refs be like, "Oh well, you know, it's my job to throw a flag. What else am I supposed to do? I just spectate like y'all."
Listen, they want to be a part of the game, man. A lot of those referees, they play positions like Al Bundy did. They're gonna take you back to their high school days.
Yeah.
But they're gonna let you know they're here today. Okay?
Yeah.
You won't forget me.
So watch how this center takes off out of the huddle. Come on, man.
Sprints to the line. I'm tired of
and then the line gets up there. Everybody gets seen. For a 7U team, this is look at it. This is well coached. Okay, one person didn't move.
He's hit
and
immediately.
He hit and bottled it up.
So no gain on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15 for RDU.
No, he's on the field. No. Yeah, so I see RDU doesn't have a coach on the field, but SED does on the defensive side. I don't know if that gives them an advantage, but going YNC, I think this is not having a coach out there is the way you want to go with it.
Yeah, after preseason, they better go ahead and get with it.
Because
there's across the country, there's no coaches on the field, especially in Georgia. They're used to not coaching on the field. You'll see the coach on the sideline sending his plays in. And it's almost you want to take that handicap off. You want to take the trainer wheels off to let these kids know, hey, here's a play. Let them go ahead and start managing themselves at 7U. I know it sounds young to a lot of people, but that's national football at this time. Tight formation for RDU.
Oh, counting? Nope. Oh, wow.
Ain't nothing there.
Nothing there. So that's some sound tackling by SED. They're showing that they're gonna come up and make a hit.
Yeah, and if you notice from both of these teams, they're displaying their front seven right now is the strength of both of these teams right now.
Yeah.
And it's going to take an offense to kind of figure out how do we block these front seven up front, these 5 linemen, these linebackers that's flowing to the ball. It's a chess game right now. So that brings up 3rd and long for RDU. Have not gained a yard on this possession. As a matter of fact,
Been moving backwards.
yeah, with the penalty, they'll bring up around 3rd and 13.
So it's timeout, RDU. So I don't know what play. So far, it looks like they just been running dives, right? So I don't know what. I don't know what play they will actually come up with right here, you know, to get this first down. You haven't seen them even attempt to pass. It's their first series. So coach will have to either dig in that bag or, you know, play conservative, kick the ball, and then punt the ball, and then, you know, play defense. Well, you said, you know, one of the strengths of the team is their defense.
Yeah, Corey, well, at 7U, you're limited. You know, you can't get out there and dial up a Tom Brady play without making sure you don't risk a pick. So, and especially early in the game, they're going to try to acclimate these kids to, you know, of course, Texas heat, you know, and acclimate them to the game itself. And listen, neither of these teams are slouched. Let's be real. This is a national matchup.
Yeah.
SED is a national top 5 team.
Mm-hmm.
RDU is a defending national champ. So, you know, these coaches, I think, are being a little bit more cautious than the kids are. The kids ready to let it loose. These coaches, they're, you know, it's tight right now.
Yeah. Man, I'm just awed by the way they come out of they huddle. I mean, I know 12U teams come out sluggish. I know 13U teams come out sluggish. Got a flag on the play. Another false start. Okay.
But yeah, Corey, I'm with you. And I know this. Listen, I'm a commentator. I'm sitting up in the booth. I'm against coaches on the field at 7U. I know I'm gonna get bashed by some of the Texas people. I feel you on it, but I've coached. And the reason I say this, once you start something with these kids, you're locked into it basically for the season. So when they finally see you come off the field, they lose a little bit of confidence.
Yeah.
They lose, hey, my coach ain't here, I'm not getting the plays.
Yeah. Because I keep looking at SED teams,
and he keeps
they're turning back
to
see what to get the justice.
Yeah.
But you know what I do like what what the coach is doing? He's not lining nobody up.
Right.
He's not right up there next to the
with
kids, so he do have some space. Really, I think he is kind of a good run, but
too much front seven.
Yeah.
Too much front seven. It's gonna be punt time.
And it is punt time. Well, he did run up in that play a little bit too high, coach. That coach is 9:00 a.m. hype. It is 8 o'clock.
Yeah, you know he a little semi-pro player.
Yeah.
Don't want to let his game go. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he probably got a game after these kids.
Yeah. So he is extra hype. So they're going to go ahead and punt and walk it off. 30 yards. Good defensive stands on both of them. I think RDU shot themselves in the foot with the penalties.
Correct.
And it was penalty after okay game, then a penalty again.
Man, forget the penalty. They ain't blocked nobody. So that's the thing about it. So this is the acclimation part. So now it's up to the coaches to put the kids in the right places. You see what I'm saying? Now you feel it out. You guys both 2 heavyweight fighters. Mm-hmm. You know, now these kids got to say, okay, this is what I'm going up against. Now let's get you out here on some pitches. Let's get you out here on some things that you can work that helps that RDU team.
Yeah.
Same thing with SED. It was hard for them to block the front seven of RDU. Hand out to the right hand side, and there's a crease up there, and that's the biggest yard gainage for either team thus far.
Yeah. And they did it right off the gun on first down. Yeah. Started to get that. It looks like they're going like a little no huddle.
Hurry up offense.
No huddle.
RDU off guard.
Man, the ref is not calling us offside on Big 72.
Woo! There's a crease there. He's out to the open field. It's going to be a foot race to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, to the 20. To the 10. Nobody's going to catch him. SED
Oh my goodness.
jumps out early with a magnificent 51-yard touchdown. Corey, they found something onto that right-hand side, man.
Yes, they did. And not only did they find something to the right-hand side, but what I saw was explosion.
Yeah.
Back came out of that backfield like he had a place he had to be, and then he broke 2 tackles.
Broke 2 tackles. I thought he was going to get caught around the 45-yard line.
Oh, no,
and
but he
outran the angle all the way at the 30 into the 20.
Hey, like my boy Clayton say, that boy got them pew-pews. So, hey, track season is over, but
Right.
guess what?
Right.
He put it in the wind.
Yes, sir.
Man, that was a great run there.
Great
I
run.
couldn't see what number it was, but couldn't see what number it was, but a real good run there.
Absolutely. We're getting radioed up here real quick, guys, so, you know.
Yeah. You got it?
What is that?
He was just want to make sure you're a ref on the clock. So you know when the ref's winding on. I mean, okay, cool, you good.
So, point at the 10th penalty. They'll back up. They'll try it back from this way. They'll
they
come back to
going
the
back
opposite
to the-
side.
yeah,
Tackled at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there. But, man, now it's going to be RDU's time to respond. Corey, when they come out, because let me tell you something about 7-year-olds. They run off emotions. And, you know, sometimes these 7-year-olds, they get scored on. They hot. They pissed. You know what I'm saying? Now, are you going to get the good type of piss where we come out there and bang it back to the other side, or we going to get the type of piss where I want to lay down and I'm out of here. I'm
and that's
checking
the
out.
thing, like, you know, with youth football, you catch it all the time. And we probably going to talk about this all day, but once something out of the norm happens, you're not used to being down, then your head starts to drag.
Right.
Let's see how the energy of these coaches are, and then let's see how these kids bounce back, because a real champion is made through adversity.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because if you don't get hit in the mouth ever, you'll never know how it is to have to get up and have to work through something.
Exactly.
So now, where they start? What is going on? No, they're not doing any special teams. Or maybe they are doing special teams. Yep, they're kicking it out. The 50, y'all going too far.
So in the coaches meeting, they gave the options to certain coaches and say, hey, listen, you guys that feel you're ready, we'll let you add special teams or certain aspects to the certain teams of it for your teams to get work.
Yeah.
You want to work on special teams? It's preseason. Let's turn up.
Well, look like RDU and SED vouched to do it.
Oh,
RDU
boy. And
RDU,
that does not work out for RDU.
That is terrible.
Yeah,
right
so
there.
again, this is why a lot of coaches stay away from special teams early in the season, because you can only get so many plays in. And I don't know if RDU is able to work on that now. Look at the body language of RDU right now. They got to be very careful here to keep these kids' heads in the game, because now you have a touchdown and the very next play, turnover from special teams.
And the first thing you teach your front line, is the ball has to come to you, has to go 10 yards. Now, I know we're dealing with 7U.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, this is something that, they are not getting 70. Oh, they just got 72 for lining up. Oh my goodness.
So that's a flag on the
That's a
play.
free play right here. What do they let it go, right?
So it's going to be
It's going to be the climb. 72 is lining up right in the neutral zone.
And so right now, SED is running in what we call an overload. So they overload it to the left, and they're just running behind the overload. They're doing it to the opposite side right now. You see 2 wing backs behind the guard and tackle, and they're running to that strength. Number 3 cuts it up in the middle right now. But it's nothing crazy about, it's nothing abnormal what they're doing. You just have to adjust to that overload. A lot of teams slant to the strength, or they'll bump, or they'll shift to the strength. But they're trying to run these plays fast and quick so that defense doesn't make that adjustment.
Yeah, on defense.
And whistles on the play. and somebody's mouthpiece is out, so they'll call for an equipment timeout real quick. Now, if you're just joining us, the score is 6-0. And if you're just joining us, you missed a magnificent 51-yard touchdown by SED Wolverine tailback where he turned on that turbo boost. And as Corey and Clay say, he put on them what?
Pim pim. And they give it to him again. This time he's bottled up. Oh my goodness, good tackle.
Yeah.
Good sound tackle.
Well, I can tell you, it looks like RDU's defense accepted the challenge.
Yeah.
You know, whatever he's told them in that huddle and say, hey man, you gave up a touchdown. It looked like they're accepting that challenge right now. And we never got a chance to look at the RDU offense, special teams.
Yeah. Well, we got a chance the first series. We didn't get a second series. So on the second series for SED, they took it to the house, 2 plays.
Well, when we make that reference, all right, we never got a chance to look at RDU's chance for redemption, I should say.
There you
know?
go. Oh, they changed the offense a little bit and went into the power. What did they call that?
That's probably going to be the
goodness.
legal shift. Yeah, false start. They didn't get a chance to get set, so they jumped from one position and snapped the ball too quick.
Yeah, so they look like they're coming out in the wishbone now. Very old-fashioned offense, but still overload to one side. But now they just changed how the backs are in the backfield.
Corey, can you expect to see two of these teams make it to YNC this year at the end of the year in December?
Not only do I expect to see both of them, just off what we've seen so far, man. You got to remember this is 7U, right? So it's really a toss-up. Oh my goodness, the blitz, but the quarterback keeps it.
Oh, makes 2 players miss. Big tackle in the backfield, Corey.
That was a great call because they was blitzing.
Yeah.
And they was blitzing right up the middle, came right up the A-gap, and it was a good call, but guess what? On the outside, RDU stayed down. The outside linebacker was there, the corner was there. And then it brings up another punt. Oh my. But this punt right here is actually could be a little bit more helpful because guess what it does? Because they was outside the 30, this puts them at, oh wow.
It's a good field position.
Oh my goodness.
It's a field position game.
Is that the 5-yard line?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Since they was outside the 30, you pushed them all the way back to the 5-yard line. That is a like in a real game.
Yeah.
That punt, your defense got to be there in their ears to take back. They trying to push them back as far as possible, and they trying to either get a safety or get the ball back.
Well, that's what SED is doing right now. They're trusting their defense. You know, instead of going in on 4th down because they were in RDU's territory, they want to play a field position game right now. And so they're going to trust in the defense and say, hey, listen, we didn't let them gain a yard so far. So even if you don't let them gain a yard here and they punt, we're just going to get good field position here. So let's play sound defense, and maybe we can get something out of this, like you said, a safety.
The 3-yard.
Oh, yeah, the 3-yard line.
Jesus.
Man.
So, and I'm just going to piggyback on what you were saying. In football, most people leave this out, but if you win or winning or you're more dominant in every aspect of the game, that's offensively. We saw them with the big touchdown. Defensively, we've seen them come out defensively over and over again. But you know what also we've seen? We've seen the turnover on special teams. Now we see the punt that put RDU in a very vulnerable situation right now. Yeah. So they have to come out firing on all cylinders. And this is a long drive for a 7U or any football team. 95 yards, 96 yards is a long way to go.
Slow handoff there, but it's enough to pound out.
Hey, and the little linebacker just came up and made a whirl of a hit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gain of 1. That's going to bring up 2nd and 9.
So I think we do see a change here, though, because RDU's coach is where?
Out on that field. He's saying, listen, if y'all
do you think this is panic mode, or do you think that?
Nah, he's saying, listen, if y'all balling out like that, I'm gonna ball out night too. So hey,
might give them the edge or the spark that they need. On 2nd down, they hand off to the left.
So coach calling some safe plays right now. He doesn't want to really do any misdirections and chance putting the ball on the ground. He's just running in between the tackles right now. That's a gain of 3. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for RDU, trying to get out of the shadow of their own end zone, trying to just call some safe plays right now, Corey.
Yeah. But in preseason ball, safe plays are good for what? Giving the ball back.
Yeah.
Because that clock keep what?
It keep ticking.
It
but,
keeps
but,
ticking,
but,
man.
but listen, it's 4 quarters of football. So
That's
he says,
true.
listen, live the fight another day. Let's get out of this situation with no turnovers. Let's not do anything that's going to help add to the point deficit. And playing some smart football, hard count there causes him to jump off sides.
Okay, now this
He's
picks
coaching.
up third and manageable.
Yeah, he's coaching.
Now
over
they can pick up. If they pick this first down up, they are able to put themselves in a position to say, you know what, we can grind this out.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, it's easy.
I love that center popping out.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
he's a track star. He gave the fastest 3 yards in youth football.
And here they go right here. Oh, he made one miss.
Nothing there.
Oh,
Nothing there.
It had potential.
I'm
Got to get
impressed-
up the field.
I'm
but
impressed with this SED front seven, man. They're hard to block. They are hard to block. So that's gonna bring up 4th and 3. Definitely punt situation. Definitely a punt situation.
Don't look like they punting, coach.
I can guarantee you that people punt. There's no way.
Let's
They
see.
go for that.
Let's see. He's walking off. Coach is not looking in the direction.
Now
of
he's
punt.
getting to walk off the punch right now. See White Hat? The ball is in his hand. I can't guarantee you a lot of stuff, but I
you
can guarantee you that.
If I was a betting man, I'm betting on that one. That's a for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty smart still.
Yeah.
I mean, they did show that they can actually move the ball against SED.
Right.
You know, outside of that big one long play SED had.
Right. It's been an equal game.
Yeah, it's pretty even. But that's what games are about. You know, you run the ball, and then you're just waiting for that one run that'll spark it for you.
So let me ask you this, Corey. If you're the RDU coach again, they say, hey man, y'all want to do this special teams on kickoff again? What, you taking it, or we gonna hold up till regular season?
So let's say this though. The special team play didn't harm them. I mean, you did get the ball away. Nobody wants to do that. But that's where it becomes a coaching moment, because preseason is about doing what? Getting better.
Getting better.
All right, so that's where you, as a coach, you know, I can't be thinking, and we talked about this earlier, you said about it earlier, you can't think about that win the whole time. It's not about that win, it's about
Corey,
getting
let's
better.
keep it 100.
Uh-huh.
There's scrimmages and there's preseason.
Yes, sir.
When you step out on the YNC platform, we all know it ain't preseason. Well, come on, let's keep it a buck. Man, we coming in, we only focus on the win.
That's it.
This ain't even like a regular season game.
Yes.
This right under the notch of nationals because of, man, we flying into your city.
Yep.
We want to come into your house, take your food, take your groceries. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is not preseason. Let's just be 100. You know what I'm saying? Preseason when you go down the street to your neighbors and you be like, hey, let's go scrimmage. Yada yada yada. When you dress it up in your Sunday finest.
Yeah.
Coaches on the other side. Your mama's out here. They mamas out there. It's football time. Throw preseason out the door, fam.
So I agree with you. But as a coach here.
I don't know his number. You got his number?
Yeah. As a coach, I always want to make sure that I take every moment, no matter what it is, wins or losses, that I'm able to coach these kids up.
Exactly. Wolverines, number 3 on the carry, showing his explosiveness again. That's enough to move the chains. Run right up the middle for 12. No, excuse me. Run up after the penalty. That's going to be 2nd and maybe 7.
Yes.
Run right up the middle. Wishbone formation. Hand off to the fullback.
Hello.
Gains about 3 yards.
All right. Okay.
So that's going to bring up 3rd. And a manageable 6. Let's see what they can do on the ground here. And what we noticed, none of these 7U teams are passing.
No, we haven't seen one passing attempt. We haven't seen really any outside of the tackle box. You know, we haven't seen no stretch plays. We haven't seen any tosses. Quarterback makes a couple
double
of
flag.
misses.
So the referee threw the hat in there.
And so he's really about his job
Yeah,
today.
he pulled out the machine gun on him right now, Corey. Whap, whap.
Double
tap.
What can you throw next, Ralph?
That shoe about to hit one of them kids in there.
I want to know what flag. Okay, first flag is he is going extra fast. So we go with the false start was declined. and then he hit him with the holding
And
call.
why all the flags came from the one
side? Look at him. Go get your hat.
And he yelling, "Nah, man, I saw holding, bro. Don't tell me." Look at him. He animated. Passionate. That was one of the wide receivers on your football team when they would run a 3-yard hitch and catch the 3-yard and jump up and rip their jersey open like Superman.
Like, really? Did you really just...
3-yard game. Can't play the rest of this game because his jersey already ripped. All right, here we go. Overload to the left-hand side.
Oh, they're going back to number 3.
Oh, that was holding. They didn't call it there.
They did not call it holding.
Yeah, but listen, SCD Wolverine actually tackled the RDU defensive end, try to get some yards over there. So you're seeing penetration by that RDU defensive front. And listen, I watched RDU in person. I was at Warzone earlier this year. They played team out of South Florida, of course, the Dog Pound. Same type of deal. They were living off their defensive battle. I mean, they lost that game 0-2, but they're a defensive team. You're not going to get 50 points out of RDU. But what they want to do is keep the game close and be able to capitalize if they're in the fourth quarter and they're around. They'll come back and win it.
Yeah.
So that's what you're going to get out of this RDU team. Now, the most impressive 7 and under team I've seen this year in person is, I got to tell you, Big Bessemer. Backs that just hit, they hit going. They have one of the best defensive tackles at the 7 and under. But I'm telling you, those backs can score from anywhere on the football field. So Big Bessemer, look for them to come in to the, this season.
This is Bessemer Tigers?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Wow.
Big Bessemer. I like the Dog Pound too, but offensively, I think Big Bessemer has the advantage over all those teams.
RDU comes out, handoff to the running back, and it had potential.
Yeah, but see, when you're in the backfield, listen, coaches tell you one-on-one as a running back. What do they tell you, Corey? Hit the hole.
Hit the hole.
Don't dance. Don't be Michael Jackson.
And that's why I said it had potential. He took a little jab step. I don't know why. But if he ran downhill, he probably would have picked up 3-4 more yards before they collapsed on him. But if you look at SED's defense, man, the defensive ends are kind of long and lanky. The outside linebackers are playing right where they're supposed to be. Like, you really have to hit a hole. You have to come downhill, and you gotta hit them where they're not looking. They want you to stretch it out because they have speed with you. So they're
a lot of places that SED's not looking. They look tough up front. Defensive ends up standing up on 2-point stance, and they've been playing outside containment.
Look at his hands, though.
See,
he uses his hand. Oh, he got the outside, and he turns the corner.
He's down to the 35 to the 40. Big run by RDU. He was able to break containment on one of those defensive ends we were just talking about.
Yes,
and he's getting fussed out right now that he knows he has to set that edge. He cannot give that edge up like that. And so he can't go deep in the backfield where the quarterback had access to about 30, 40 yards upfield. First down, RDU.
So for RDU, though, this is their first time that they did any type of misdirection.
Yeah.
And on their misdirection on this time, guess what happened? It opened up lanes for them to get downfield. Now back to the handoff. Oh my goodness! Wow.
RDU feeling themselves right now. Momentum for this offense. Big gash. That's enough to move the chains back to back. Another first down for RDU. 1st and 10. They're all the way down to around the 36-yard line, Corey. Impressive 2 plays. I think Coach going to his playbook right now. He's going in his playbook.
Now, I might be wrong, or I might be right, but it looked like it's a coaching change on offense. I'm not going to say it.
No, head coach still out there. Look at him. He's in it.
Oh, he's out there?
But the difference is he's giving them specific instructions prior to each play. That's the difference from being on the sideline versus being in the huddle.
Exactly.
But he's saying, hey, if SED is going to do it, I'm going to do it too.
So he's telling them who to pick up. Hey, you see somebody in this gap.
Right.
And at this age group, they probably need it. And at this time of the year, like I said, you could tell they're well coached because the way they come out, they know where they're lining up.
Right.
They're just not making their assignments. You said it on the first drive. You said the second drive, you said what they're not doing in this is blocking anybody.
Right.
And right there, from the first that play where the misdirection, now to the off tackle to the left, handoff to the left. It looks like they're picking up their blocking.
Look, he's still giving them instructions now, so it's different when you're getting them an earful of your execution. Boom, misdirection play there. And so now what he's doing, he's trying to make those linebackers read instead of react.
So you know the wishbone
Mm-hmm.
is made for counters,
Correct.
made for quick pops to that fullback, right? And you do that to get those linebackers to stay put. If the linebackers stay put, you can pop it,
Yep.
right? So that's all they're trying to do right now. And then now that they threw the quarterback, now you got 3 running backs you can hand it off to. You got 3 running backs you can hand it off to, and you have the quarterback that can make it happen.
2nd and 6, RDU.
Oh, power eye. Hand off to the running back. Off the left side, we have a flag. We have 2 flags on the play. Both of them are in holding territory.
Yep, and the side Empire is showing holding against RDU, so that'll back them up 10 yards. And at 7 years old, I always tell you, those holdings are drive killers, man.
Yeah.
It's hard to recover from, because look, if you look at these teams, they need to stay on schedule. What do I mean by that? 3 yards here, 4 yards there. When you have a 10-yard deficit, it is really hard to get back on schedule. As a matter of fact, that's going to bring up 2nd and around 15.
So yeah, and also with RDU's offense so far, we have seen that they can make a couple big runs, but it hasn't been consistent.
Right.
It's only been this drive right here. So they're back in the wishbone formation. All right, Fate. They hand it off to the back. The straight dive plays have not been working for them.
Front 7 of SED is too good just to run at them. You're going to be more successful with misdirections and counters. Why? Because these kids are hitting the first thing that moves.
Yeah.
So you got to kind of slow it down with a couple different things. Change the cadence up. Don't let these defensive linemen be able to time when you're saying set, hut, because they're teeing off the ball. It's hard for your offensive linemen to get the jump on them. And second, give them some misdirection. Now, I know at 7U that your playbook is limited. You're not bringing out, the big old Green Bay Packers multi-offense with Aaron Rodgers and things of that nature. But you do have some misdirections in there where you can go ahead and make this team play honest. And keep playing championship football.
Yeah.
I mean defense. Outside of that one play, you can't really have any complaints about RDU's defense.
No. Not only can you not complain about the defense, but you can also show where you could coach the kid, hey, look, this is where you messed up on this one play. And, they went back out. And since then, you haven't seen anything like that. No run like that. RDU right now is behind the gun, but this is where you need to step it up.
And do you think SED right now is comfortable just playing with the lead? If anything, they don't care. They just playing with the lead, playing good defense.
I don't think they're comfortable with the lead. I think they want to. This is their time right now for them to show showing.
Oh man, he had the outside,
where did he cut
but
to?
he saw something I didn't see.
Whoa!
A nifty run.
Oh my goodness!
That was Barry Sanderish.
What? And I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he shook his own team.
Right.
Because the blockers, everybody was going one way.
Right.
And he said no. He stuck his foot in the ground.
Right.
And you coach your running back to stick your foot in the ground. One cut and gone.
Yeah.
And he one cut and went against the grain.
Against the whole grain, bro.
Wow. And he made it. He
made something out of nothing.
Exactly. Now it's 4th and manageable. Do you punt it here and put him back
So
into
this
it?
is the first 4th down attempt for either team in this game. Let's see how it goes. It's going to be 4th and 7.
Ooh. So I wouldn't have done it. I would have went ahead and put him outside the 30 again.
Position just like
you
they
outside
did.
the 30 again,
Right.
so you putting him on the 2-yard line. I would have
Could have
won
been
for
a
that.
better field position.
Oh, I would
Right.
have went for that. I would have went.
Maybe he's just going to try to do a hard count here. Let's
see. That's probably what you should.
Oh,
Nope,
no,
and he
going
doesn't.
for it.
Hand off to the up back.
Nah.
Oh, it was actually a good push, but not good enough. I mean, to be honest with you, that's not a play that you call
4th
up.
and 7. Play. Listen, there's a lot of football to be left in the game. You got another half of football. Listen, do the same thing they did to you. Field position.
I would have put them on. I would have definitely put them on the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
Now I'm telling my defense, I'm sending that, what do they call it, kitchen sink blitz.
Yeah.
I'm sending everything at them. I'm daring you to get out of that end zone. Your running back, on the 2-yard line, your running backs are lined up in the end zone.
So when we say, does the panicking stop or start with the kids? No, it starts with the
Coaches, yes.
Because, he's a great coach, but sometimes you got to be patient. You just can't say, man, I want it right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And 4th and 7. 4th and 7 is long. by any means.
Woo!
Oh,
Big
my
tackle in the
goodness,
big field,
yeah.
backfield by RDU.
And
But I feel him though.
let's
You
say
know
this,
why he
though.
was thinking like that, Corey? I'm gonna tell you this. On that drive, he had a quarterback sprint out for 40 yards.
Yeah.
He had another big run up the middle.
Yeah.
He was saying, "This is my drive."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he believed in his kids.
But you also gotta know about drive killers and what a drive killer.
Yeah. He was trying to come over that holding
That
penalty
holding
that I was
call,
telling you about.
I mean, second and 20 is hard to pick up for any age group. Good run.
Yeah, tough
Good
run because
hard
there was a
run.
lot of RDU players
Right
at the
there
point
on.
of contact, and he was able to dug it out for about 3 yards. So that's going to bring up about 2nd and 7. Tough running by the SED running back.
Yeah, I would have. Still thinking about it, man. That punt would have been so me.
Yeah.
I would have put him on 2. If he would have put him on 2, you know what that last tackle would have been?
Yeah.
The 1 yard line.
Absolutely.
The 1 yard line. Even now, you'll be at what? 4?
Yeah.
Come on. Ball snapped here. Handoff. Good move. Another good move.
Number
Ooh.
3 is nice for SED, man. He is nice. He's smooth. He makes players miss. He can get small in the hole real quick. That brings up 3rd and short for SED with a carry by number 3 from the Wolverines. Just showing, that's going to bring up 4th and short. So will this be the 2nd, 4th down attempt back-to-back right now? They're going for it.
If I was the Wolverines, I would go for it. Only reason being is that you've shown that that you can catch them. Even when they broke, got down the sideline, they had the speed to go and get to actually go and catch the quarterback. And then after they gave up 2 big plays, okay, I think they called a timeout. No? All right, well, that's happening. It's not game.
That's halftime.
It's halftime. It's 6-0. SED's up over RDU, the national champion. RDU or YNC. This game has become a great kickoff to one of the most put together preseason events. I mean, you got to think about all day long. We're gonna be right here on Field 1. If you're in Houston, come. Field 2, Field 3, all the games are gonna be packed and they're gonna be top quality games. There's no pushover here. It's the YNC, baby.
Absolutely. Hey, and welcome back to Generation X Youth Sports Network. Second half of action. SED up 6-0 over RDU. Here we go. We have this kickoff action once again. Even though it's preseason, both of these teams agreed we want kickoff to be live. The only team that has hurt so far is RDU on a mishandled. And it's gonna be a flag. That's our favorite referee right now.
4, 5, 6.
We're gonna call him Machine Gun Kelly.
Okay, they have 12.
Okay, well, he has the right to go ahead and call that flag.
No, they don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What? They don't have 12. Oh, it's on this team.
Yeah, it's on against Wolverine.
I mean,
They were kicking from the 50. They just had to back up.
no, he called a flag.
No, flag. They back
They
up by
supposed to
5
kick
yards.
it. They supposed to kick it from
5
the
yard
50.
penalty. So
And the ball is kicked, and he got down this time.
absolutely.
He got that ball, and he said, "No,
He's
buddy."
still on it. He still
Yep.
ain't getting up.
Hey, my coach ain't gonna call me out again.
Oh, I'm gonna wait till it's safe. All right, thanks for joining us right now. Make sure you share the live 7 and under action right now. We'll be bringing you action all the
Why
way
did
from
he just
sunrise
back
to
the ball up?
sunset.
Oh my iron gun. That was another flag.
Yeah, these refs are just making it interesting for us to call up here in the booth. Not too sure what's going on here. It looks like we have a flag called against RDU. That'll back them. No, that's ball of play. That's correct. That is where the ball was received at the 39-yard line. So
No. They kicked it off from the 45.
Correct.
They was lined up at the 45 on this side. The ball was received right here on 45. They just backed it up 5 yards. They called something. I have no idea what they called.
got to keep up with the flags. We're going to get us a flag assigner as these refs just going in with the flags early in preseason.
All right, right now, this coming out of halftime. You know what the coach's favorite line is. We got some confusion on SED. Favorite line is 0-0. Fresh game, quarterback.
Big open field tackle by number 3.
Wow.
Not only is he doing it offensively, doing it defensively and flexing in the face of the quarterback.
He just flexed on them boys.
Yes, he came up and made a big open field tackle. So big time athlete for SED Wolverines. We definitely, if somebody's online, they know number 3 name, just shout it out real quick. He deserves his flowers right now. He's balling out. So that's going to be about a 4-yard loss, bringing up 2nd and 14 for RDU, the beginning of third quarter action.
And number 3 is switching sides. I think the coach thinks he knows what they're going to do, and they're swapping 3 from side to side.
Yeah. At that age, there's always an alpha, and I think number 3 is the alpha for.
Oh, they got 2 coaches on the field. What is going on? We got 4 refs. I don't know what this other ref is saying.
So we have a field official in a pink shirt talking to the coach.
I'm talking about the ref over
Oh.
there. You see that? It's a 4th ref there. But usually you don't see 4 refs. It's
Yeah,
3.
no, it's all 4 this weekend. All right. Decent run that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage at the 39-yard line. And looks like we'll have a little player come off for RDU. Limp number 9 is going to come off the field. Able to walk off on his own power.
Okay, somebody say his name, Big Chop.
Big chop.
Travis Waggy. Travis Waggy, Big Chop. All right, well, Big Chop it is. Big Chop is out there balling.
100%.
All right, RDU, 3rd down, 10 yards to go in the wishbone formation. Quarterback keep up the middle?
Yeah, that's not going to get yards against that SED team, especially on 3rd down. You got to take advantage of the wide side of the football fields. But see what SED is doing. They're putting their best athletes. See, number 3 is to the wide side of the football field.
Yes.
So they're playing with strategy here. It's a little method to their madness. So he's trying to go ahead and combat this and say, if I see number 3 up there, I'm going to go ahead and just try to run up the middle. But they've been stout up the middle the entire day. So that's going to put RDU back in punt formation. It gives SED the ball back again in third quarter action. RDU has been searching for something offensively all day. 2 big plays thus far for RDU. Besides that, nothing. Something similar for SED as well. 1 big play for SED, but the difference is that went for a touchdown. So defensive battle between both of these teams, the SED and RDU, and the difference is a 52-yard touchdown.
So let's see what they want to do here. How is SED coming out in the second half?
Head
Back
off to
in
3.
Big Chop's hand. He made 1 miss. He made 2 miss. Big
To the
Chop
40.
has turned the corner.
To the 50. To the 40.
Oh, my.
To the 30.
Oh, my.
To the 10.
Oh, my goodness. Stop it, Big Chop.
Oh, and he's waving bye-bye. Oh,
Big
my
Chop.
God. Oh, my God. He waved
SED.
bye-bye at the 10-yard line.
And SED.
Chop is chopping. He got those what?
Pew-pews.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my. And then Chop, hey, at the end, Chop, good pursuit angle. And then Chop did what?
He broke them ankles.
Oh, boy, he chopped him up and he went to the house, man. When we say number 3 has been electric,
Yeah.
that was the same play they scored off on, the same side. He made 1 player miss, and he turned that corner on him. And, man, when I say the boy's going from 0 to 60 in 3 points.
Let me tell you something, Corey. When I coach, it's been a long time ago, so I'm going to throw some names at you that these guys are in the NFL now, but I coached Miami Gardens Chargers. I was the offensive coordinator and the head coach. Dalvin Cook was my running back. He would average about 4 or 5 touchdowns a game. A lot of coaches, oh, Jonah, you only beat us because you got Dalvin Cook. I said, you better go get you one.
Yeah.
So
Why?
you better go get them a chop.
They need to go get a Big Chop because Big Chop is balling right now. And
He's the difference of the game is basically what I'm saying right now.
Yes.
Offensively and defensively, he's impacting the game in multi-facets of the game. Coming off the edge, making tackles in the backfield, 2 big touchdowns. Quarterback rolls out to the right
my
hand
God,
side.
first pass.
Intercepted, comes back the other way, and you can see why that was the first pass.
Yeah.
The play was wide open,
Yeah.
but the execution wasn't there from the quarterback perspective. But, man, going back to this kid, Chop, he's the difference maker in the game. 2 touchdowns and big tackles in the backfield. Oh, man. Now, RDU has to answer in this drive, even if they don't, I won't say if they don't score, they have to establish themselves because then it's like sharks with blood in the water.
Well, you know, this isn't a tournament. It's more of a showcase-based event. Going down 12-0. Your motivation now is to say, look, we're the national champion, and we're here for a reason. And they need to start showing it, and they need to start showing it now. Defensively, they've shown it, but those 2 plays, and that one kid has shown that it's some chink in the armor.
No, SED's for real. Yeah, SED's for real. And here's the thing. I'll tell you about 6U. So when you get to teams like, the 9U, 10Us, and they start repeating, let's say, for example, Lambeau, you see that consistency, they kind of set that in path. You got to come out there and beat a Lambeau. 6U is really their big first stage of showtime, and now you got to come out there and repeat it. So this is their they know they got the target on their back. RDU, once you won that national championship, teams are coming for you. You got the target on your back. You're going to get everybody's best game. So when you come in somebody's city, I don't care who they are, they could be the worst team on the block. They're going to feel they got a chance at the champ. So they're going to give it to you. Kick. Dives on it once again.
He ain't going to have them.
He'll never drop that ball all the way to the pros. And you get him in high school, you get him in college.
He's on the hands.
After he got slapped in the helmet to the sideline, bro will field that ball every down.
Yeah,
Guaranteed.
Quit picking on him.
Yeah, that's done deal. Well, find somebody else.
Now for SED, does this make them propel them into the national spotlight?
Of course. Too easy. Come out here and they're performing and they're going against a sound team. Make no mistake, RDU is a tough team. And it's not a lot of teams that put up 2 touchdowns on RDU's defense. Mm-hmm. This kid Chop is serious.
And they move Chop to the wild side.
It's smart because they know at 7U they want to get the fastest kid out there. They want to take advantage of the spacing, the wide side of the football field. So who they put out there? Their fastest and their best athlete.
Yeah. And
he's out there.
And they coming toward him.
And guess who makes the tackle?
Oh my!
Guess who makes the tackle, bro?
Big hit.
He's not gonna run nothing over there. He's doing the LeBron right now.
Yes.
So look what he did. He came up from the quarterback position and made a tackle in the backfield for 6 yards lost. And he came up 6 yards deep in the backfield and knocked the quarterback off his feet.
The linebacker was there, got stiff on him. Linebacker gets stiff arm
and chop them down.
Now, against any other type of team, that play probably goes for a touchdown.
Now look, they switching chop to the wide side of the field again.
Hey, it's strategic.
So if I'm RDU, man, I'm running short side. I don't want the wide side.
No, I'm going at 5 now. And
yep, that's what they doing.
And they coming at 5.
With some success, a little
Not
bit more.
really, man. 5 is there.
5 is there.
5 is there still.
Okay.
Like it was no big drop off. They did get some yards, but
2 yards versus -6. I'm running 5.
You're going 5.
I'm going 5 side.
I need my 2.
5 is tough though.
You want that matriculation, huh?
Yeah. Make no mistake.
That's an old school word.
Whoever
right
mama is online right now, 5 is representing for your family. Get it wrong.
Well, he's still there.
But
I'm gonna be honest
chop
with you.
deep in that backfield.
But I'm gonna say this to you because I coach DBs, and guess what I like to see? DBs that aren't afraid to come up and make tackles.
Man.
5-3, they're not making tackles. You're not really. I don't think they're gonna bust one outside on either side.
And then these defensive tackles are the strength of that defense.
And they come back.
Look at this, man.
Oh,
they are in the backfield.
They're in the backfield. And
You cannot run that against Chop.
No, you
Stop
can't.
it. Stop. Take some advice from the booth. Take some advice from the booth, coach.
They shouldn't have told us his name. Big Chop is going.
We're going to run it in the ground.
Oh, boy, Big Chop.
But he's making plays, Corey.
And rightfully so. And early morning game, most kids, most people come out sluggish. This kid has come out and his swag is on 10. Okay, they punting the ball.
Man, so momentum is definitely wearing a Wolverine jersey right now.
Yes, it is.
Led by Chop, of course, and number 5, and the rest of these Wolverines playing stout defense. I think now RDU just needs to call a timeout and gather the troops, man. Talk to his kids and say, listen, we came out here to Texas. We know we the defending champs. Let's get some points. You feel me? So you got to keep them interested in the game. Don't show your emotions and be pissed at the kids.
Yeah.
It's time to coach them up. You feel me? You can't come out there fussing them out right now. We'll handle that in practice back when we get to the crib.
Well, when you are a team and you're very dominant and been playing together, it's like I told you, adversity can do one or two things. I was talking to a coach a couple weeks ago, and the coach was telling me, man, if we get another loss, I'm gonna lose the team. And I told him, I said, well, I'm gonna tell you this, coach. I don't get that. If you lose the team in preseason,
you never had them.
Exactly. You didn't lose your team. You lost people that didn't want to really be there.
Right.
If you in youth football and the only thing you care about is wins,
yeah. It's a different age of football, man. We'll talk about that on Rankins Uncut, where it's a little bit more of a to the point vibes. But youth football's changed. You have a lot of recruiting. You have a lot of coaches that they do transactions for players, and so what happens, that trickles down, and it's only measured by your wins and losses, and it's not about player. How could I say advancement? It's not about player teaching the kids player development.
Yeah.
It's not about saying, hey, my kid's a better running back, my kid's a better defensive lineman. He's learned from this coach. It's only about, hey man, if we get on the road and we went 10-0 and won a national championship. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, as a parent, be sure if you get on a coaching staff that you can see your kid get better. That's how you should really judge it. And the byproduct is gonna be in your wins and losses, of course.
When it comes to development, I think what most parents don't understand is that youth football, none of the coaches are getting paid for this, right? So when you're going out there and your kid is out there, you want to look for sound coaching.
Correct.
You do not want to be out there like, oh, this is the best team. I need to be with the best team. Now, the best team might have the best coaches or it might have the best players. Sometimes it's a toss-up. But you want to look for sound coaching on both sides. I've seen sound coaches on offense, on defense. Now, special team, they coach that boy up after he lost that ball. Okay, quarterback tries to keep it.
Big defensive hit in the backfield. RDU has been on that all day.
Yeah.
But outside of the big plays from Chops, RDU's played lights out defensively. They've not given up big chunks of 5 yards here, 7 yards here. They've been consistent. It's that Chop has put his team on his back and bust a big play here or there.
Chop bust two big plays.
Big play. And that's the difference of the game.
Yes. And now look, they line up in the same formation. They hand off to the up back. He makes 2 people miss.
But there's a flag down, so that's usually in the area holding. Let's see what they call it.
Yeah, then that's what they call
Holding. Drive killers at 7U.
drive killers at anybody. Any you.
Yeah.
Any you, they gonna that really. What you don't want to do is give up plays like you don't want to have a holding call negate big plays where you're actually not only are you moving the ball, but you're applying pressure to the defense. That play applies pressure to the defense. Like I said, you want to get those linebackers to stop moving their feet, stop being aggressive, stop coming up the field, and popping into that fullback or the up back does that every time. That brings up 2nd and 20. It's a doozy. Ball handed off. Our quarterback keeps it again. No, is that 3? That is 3. No, it isn't. Who is that? 8?
You'll notice 3-3 is dressed like Deion Sanders. He's taped up.
Oh, yeah. He
arms all geared up. He's swagged out.
He's balling. So that's a good pickup. Brings up 3rd and long, but it's 3rd and long now. And they hand it off to 3.
Flags once again all over the field. Multiple laundry.
Please do not start the flag ticker.
Well, they're catching the right guard, and he's having a real hard time blocking the defensive tackle of RDU. So he's basically tackling him every play. So what the coach has not done now, he's brought it to the ref's attention and said, hey, just look at this play every time.
And they are throwing it on the spot.
Yeah.
As soon as he take him to the ground,
so
the flag.
Whitehead is telling the coach over there for SED, hey man, you guys hold and talk to him. And that matchup is going to be at the left defensive tackle and the right guard. So let's just take a look at that matchup when they get here in the trenches this time again.
We got a play check here. First audible I've seen in a while.
Overload to the left-hand side. Most likely they're going to run to the left.
Oh, we got a false start. A false start.
Yep. So they're going backwards here.
They are going very backwards.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 25 for the Wolverines.
And we're in the 3rd quarter. 12-0. SED on top of RDU. YNC preseason matchup right here in Houston, Texas. Last week was in Alabama. Great vibe, great event. And we pick it up strong right here Saturday morning, 7U battle.
I wonder what this place is going to look like tonight, 8 p.m. kickoff.
Oh, my.
RCU against Rare Breeze.
Oh, my.
It's going to be a movie, bro.
Oh. Only in the YNC you going to get big teams to match up. This brings up 4th quarter, guys. RDU, I would say, is in a dogfight, but they're not. Right now, I think they need to regroup, and they say, look, we gave them 2 touchdowns. We're not moving the ball that well. It's time for us to put a drive together.
Yeah, I'm not mad at the DC, man. It's 14. They're down 12 points, right?
Yeah.
But you need something to get these kids sparked up offensively. And this is what their challenge has been this season thus far. Like I told you, I saw them early this in Georgia, and their challenge was putting up points on the board. Lost a game that was 2-0 again, and then that's it. You got to get on the board. You got to score. So
yeah, you can't win this game without scoring.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you can do that in horseshoes, but football, you got to put that ball in the end zone.
Listen, like I always told my coaches,
means necessary.
We need a touchdown a quarter. Let's stay on schedule. We get a touchdown a quarter.
You
defensive
win.
Coordinator. If you not shutting that down,
it's hard.
It's you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we'll see how RDU responds. We saw one big play, and that was a quarterback draw. But after that quarterback rollout. But what they've done in response to that, they put Chop on that edge when they do it to the wide side of the field, and he's shut that play down himself.
Yes.
The last 2 times they tried to run it, it's actually been a tackle for loss for the 2 times they ran the quarterback bootleg. And that was their offense. That's what got them that 42-yard run. So now what does the RDU coach go to now offensively? Hey, my best play that I don't run my quarterback bootleg. I get to the open field. My quarterback's usually faster than everybody. Now I'm getting hit for a 6-yard on our bread and butter play.
Yeah. Got some movement here. Big third down. Ball is handed off, and we have.
Oh man, this is a bad drive penalty-wise for SED. Now it's going to be 3rd and 30.
Boy, 3rd in the mountain. Not many people like climbing.
Yeah, 3rd and 35.
Not many people like climbing mountains.
Yeah, that's
this right here is a Booger Wolf Mountain, and it don't look like it can get any smaller. So a Booger Wolf Mountain. But guess who can take it to the house? Big Chop. So let's see if they put it in Chop's hand, and they put it in. Oh, number 7. Still a.
Yeah, that's hand off to Chop.
Oh, that was Chop?
Yeah, he'll get it out to
I need God.
21-yard. Around the 16-yard line.
Trying to be a better spotter. Our spotter is real slow. It keeps going to sleep. Trying to be a better spotter than that. That's what we get. Yeah, you got them good eyes for them young eyes. So that was the Big Chop. It brings up 4th down. Let's punt that ball, man. Let's go ahead. Just come on now. I'm calling that one.
So RDU, 4th quarter.
Hey, coach.
You want to kind of say this is the last hooray being down 2 scores. They need a score, a stop, and another score to get back into this game. So it will need to start on this drive because now the biggest enemy of RDU is going to be the clock.
So I'm a big fan of you can't. It's almost impossible to do something that you've never done before, right? And I'm not saying that RDU hasn't come back for something like this, but this right here for 7U is kind of daunting. It's very, very, very hard for you to come back from something like this. 12-0, and you only have shown 2 plays, that you say, we can really go back to this. So I really want to see that. I know you say go away from 3, but I if it was me, I would run at him. Also, I would have one of my backs. Look, the only person, and they come out power out left. So it's going to the left, which is away from 3. Running away from him. Double tight formation. Going away from 3.
You're running to the short side of the field, and he's...
Oh, he weaving.
Yeah.
He weaved through
nice
that.
Run. That's about an 8-yard gain. It's going to...
That was, what is the name of that running back? Used to play with Pittsburgh. That his type of run. Bell.
Yeah?
Yeah, very, very like...
Yeah, tiptoe through it.
Yeah, let me just find some
patient run.
pick. Yeah. And, I've yet to see another running back ever, really do that. Bell. Ever really do that. And when he was doing it, I'm like, man, this is so weird to watch a running back do this. But that right there was very productive. They come out power out left again. They say, you know what? We're not going to Chop at all. Do you think they know Chop name by now?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they should. And quarterback keeps it, goes to 5 side. Guess what? 5 is there. As I told you.
5 heard y'all in the booth. Said I didn't get my little negative yard credit.
Hey, what's 5 name? Listen, I'm a DB coach, y'all. Y'all got to help me. I love when DBs actually, show up like that, know. And that's not even his area. He was like, you know what? I see the ball, hit the ball.
Well, yeah, what's 5 name? Y'all get on.
Y'all give us 5 name right there. We got Big Chop, shut down corners over here. We got Big Chop on one side, and we got 5. Figgity. They ain't hit us yet. Oh, wait, what is it? Oh, yeah, we know Le'Veon Bell. I'm sorry if I didn't say the first name for y'all. But that was a very Le'Veon Bell-ish run. Let's see what they come back here. Now it's still 3rd and short. It's still 3rd and short. Let's see.
Where can you go? You can't run at the cornerbacks. You can't run between the tackles. Where do you go for RDU? I'm doing a hard count here and get the cheap first name.
And they got a hard count in the first quarter. Nope. They turn, misdirection, outside. Oh, he made Chop miss.
And he's going to pay for it.
But he got walked down.
Yeah.
But guess what? Big pickup.
Yeah, big
pickup. And that, what did I told you what the wishbone was actually made for, which was cross misdirection, and they faked it one way, come back with the counter, and it was there. And I think the reason why it was there, because like I said, you got to get those linebackers to stop. The last time Chop had a big play in the backfield, the linebacker was there was stiff arm and Chop came and cleaned it up.
Correct.
So one thing I love about football is that it's the ultimate team sport. Come back out and wishbone again, and we do a fake. He got a lead blocker, but he makes one miss. He gets around him.
So 2 missed tackles for Chop back to back for gains of yards. So they're running that Chop right now.
Yes. Well, I'm big on not running away from somebody.
Yeah.
Because what happens is you actually, because they're not out there throwing the ball, right? They're not throwing the ball around. So what you actually are doing is taking one half of the field away. You know, when you're playing big boy football, people say, we need to take away the run. That's what their strength is. So that's trying to take one part of the game away from them. So good drive. Remember what I said they needed to do. They might not win this game, but they need to start putting together drives. This is a good drive for them right now. Right. Not big in penalties. Let's cross our fingers. But they keep themselves in positive territory. Come back out in the wishbone. I love the wishbone. We're back out in it again. Hand off to the up back. He busts
nice play call.
He busts it.
Nice play call.
Guess what those linebackers are doing now?
Yeah, they're reading.
They're reading, and they're not attacking.
Yeah.
Aggressive defensive players, their weakness is having to react to what you do. But if you let them pin back and come at you, guess what's going to happen? Down the field. Now, this wishbone is working. It is working, and they are now first and goal. This is the first time they've been first and goal.
Yeah. Nice play call to that up back to the fullback.
And misdirection goes outside.
It's hard to run at him.
It is. You got him once.
Yeah.
I don't know how many
Here's
times
how you run at a kid like Chop. You got to run a fullback at him and let him take on a lead block.
He needs a lead block out there, right? Somebody else got to be there. Huh? That wasn't Chop. We do apologize. Did you see what number that was? Thank you, Spotter. You're very slow.
You,
our Spotter is very slow. We're going to dock him his pay.
Number 5 with the tackle.
Let's go 5. Let's see now. First and goal. Now you're second and goal, and you're at the 19-yard line. This is where, not 19, I'm sorry, 14-yard line. And that play was busted from the beginning.
Yeah, they're trying to go east and west against his Wolverines team, and it's not going to work.
Well, north and south wasn't working, right? So now you in a position where you have to go east and west.
Yeah.
And east and west was working at some point, but now it's third and long again.
Yeah, back to the 20-yard line. They're going backwards.
And so the bad part about this is that it's a touchdown or bust situation. We
Absolutely.
got a timeout called. Touchdown or bust, son. Can you go get us some water from the thing? Because you're not doing good at spot. Okay, get us some water from.
So SED as a defensive front, the front 7 has been tremendous this entire game. Entire game. So yes, Chop and number 5 has made some exceptional plays, but don't get it twisted. It's the front 7 of this SED that's just been really pitching a shutout against this RDU team.
So, out of your experience in youth football, and you know you have a vast amount of experience, not saying you're old, I'm not saying that. I didn't say that, all right? Your vast amount of experience. How do you think this game is actually being officiated with 4 refs?
Well, no. Also, all of them will be through, so we're going to do 4 refs throughout the whole entire day.
The last game, no, 6, right?
And so, so we treat it like almost like a
high
high school game.
Yes.
But I like it. You just want to make sure that the trenches are clean and we keep the game in check. We want to make sure that we have the game under control at all times. And I pretty much like to officiate. I can't be mad at the holding calls. Only help the players get better. And the game has been controlled by the players, not so much the officiating crew.
So now that we're almost through this whole game, because RD comes out in the wishbone again, hands it off to the up back. It was a pretty good game there. Brings up 4th down. Can't punt the ball right here, so they have to go for it. I really don't know what play that I would call right now, because it's either you get out there and you get a big gain, or
what's up, boy?
Okay, here we go. 4th down. Oh, timeout, RDU. Timeout. They got to talk it over.
They be moving their arm, even not stopping.
Just stop it. Just follow him. If he say why, then why.
Shout out Jonah for producing Ricky.
Oh,
you know,
Lord.
sometimes Ricky need help too.
Ricky gonna make sure you don't catch no flights for the next year.
And
He
so
has that power.
he does have that
He
power.
has that power.
We're not gonna talk
He can
about
ground.
AA. We're not.
He will be
'Cause-
catching Greyhound.
Oh my!
Playing
Oh,
around with Ricky.
oh man! I caught Greyhound from this little town outside of Prairie View A&M to San Antonio. When I say that was the hardest 9.5 hours of my life, whew, I knew then I was never riding that thing again. I was, and I mean they don't even stop in big cities. They stop in these little bitty towns, and it be all kinds of, we're gonna say, transient people. I was 18 and a half years old. I said, no, I can't be out here with these
Can't
people
do it
like that.
again.
No. Okay, now we in the power hour on 4th down. Handoff. Oh, they looking to throw, and it's completed.
Oh,
it
in
was
and out.
dropped.
Drop.
It was dropped. Great play call. Let me tell you why that's a great play call. 2 reasons. First reason, that put the that it would, if it was completed, it would have put the offense and far back, put them in a bad. But actually, it showed that, hey, I am thinking outside of the box. Now, RDU, could that have came out a little bit earlier?
Yeah,
So I'm gonna be
that
honest
pass
with you.
play looks good.
If they would have done that on
You can't
4th
leave that in your back pocket.
No. If they would have done that first play out the gun, what? Oh my God. He wouldn't have got. It's not your. Mute it, Ricky. Ricky. Everyone, Ricky done sent my son on a wild goose hunt for us to get some water. Did he even take his phone with him?
No, it's right there.
Oh, I'm calling him for nothing.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Hand off to the left hand side. Stiff arm.
Oh, big stiff arm. Cut, turns the
Gets
corner.
out to the 30. Still on his feet.
And
And man,
he was trying to keep it down that sideline.
absolutely. Playing some tough football. That looks like it's number 2. I can't see his number 2 far from here.
I spotted went to go get us some water, but Ricky sent him somewhere else.
Yeah, he just went to Birch. I told you.
Oh. Ain't he with Circo?
No.
Oh. Where did he go? Yeah, he was.
They showed him what.
Looks like RDU is going to do a corner blitz at the top of the screen. You see the corner try to cheat in, but he has to be careful because they'll run that outside pitch to him.
Oh, nice run there.
Big run. I got to tell you, SED has been really just winning the tough yard battle, Corey. That if you look and just look at this game and you kind of circle everything about all phases of it, they won it on special teams. Big plays, they won the big play markups between them, so they were able to make the big plays. And defensively, it was kind of equal, except RDU giving up those big monster plays. So you got to give up the defensive hats to SED.
Yes.
So SED outworked RDU today on the football field. Therefore, you see in the results of your score 12-0.
To me, it looks like they're milking the clock here. They're holding back up, and that's handoff to number 3. Big hit. Is
Big
that a
hit,
fumble?
balls on the ground.
Is that a fumble?
Yep, the beanbag came out, and it's going to be RDU ball.
Oh,
That
wow.
was caused by a big hat
Yes. that
put
was a
on
big
him by number 0. He laid the lumber, and Chop put it on the carpet. First down, RDU.
hit. So turnover here. How much time is left? I can't see.
115.
All right, 1 minute 15 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Nice kickoff to a beautiful event that's about to go down. If you're in Houston, please come and check out the talent. If you want to be a part of the national scene, come check out the talent. Come check out the teams that you will have to play against to be the top and the best of the best. Right here at Climb Forest High School. Beautiful event. Ball is snap. Hand off to the back. Makes one miss. Stiff arm. And we have a flag on the play. Under a minute to go now. RDU comes out in the wishbone. That showed so much promise. Hand off to the up back. And he wiggles his way forward for a nice pickup. $20 seconds and counting. Ball snapped, handoff. Big run. Can he break it? Oh, he jumps on his back. He is still moving. 4 seconds. 4 seconds left in the game. Score is 12-0. And on 1-4, 7. And they just let it run out.
Yeah. Excellent game by SED Wolverines, man. Preseason action. They look like a dominant team to watch. Definitely in the top 5, but it'll all shake down after we leave out of California as we put these rankings down. But you're seeing it for yourself. Dominant performance by the SED Wolverines. Defensively, they are on another level. Defensive tackles, both corners, 5 and 3, lights out. And, of course, Chop offensively was the difference maker for the Wolverines today, Corey.
Yes, they were. I mean, what I really saw was that not only did the big plays help, but they also did something. I think every time they got into a crunch situation, they was backed up. They ended up just coming out of it. No big turnovers. So that's one aspect. Like I said, they won it on the other aspect, all 3 phases of the game: special teams, offense, and defense.